Good morning. Hello everybody. Welcome to my channel. My name is Chrissy and this is Penny, and we're going to give you a prediction reading for the 10th of April. Penny's pretty tired. We've just been out. Cheers everybody. I just grabbed my morning coffee. I'm just going to put Penny on the chair next to me so she can have a little nap. There we go. She's tired. She's a bit cranky. They get cranky like kids when they need their little morning sleep. Freezing cold here today, guys. It's like full-blown winter. We've had no autumn, as I've been telling you. I hope you guys are starting to get some warm weather overseas. I know you guys have had a really cold winter, so it looks like we're in for a very cold one as well. I do live in the mountains, so it can get quite cold. All right, let's just get started, guys, and we'll see what comes up for the 10th of April. Don't forget to hit the like buttons, guys, and please subscribe if you'd like to. Hit the bell notification as well so you know my videos do pop up, and leave comments as well. We chat to each other here on my channel. We built a little community of like-minded people, so feel free to do that too. So I'll close my eyes, we'll get started, and we'll see what comes up. God, I'm getting an elbow here in Australia, and I am getting that he's making a big mistake with the voice. I think a lot of us here, I've been telling you about this voice to Parliament, meaning the Indigenous people getting more rights. They do have a voice in Parliament. It's not like they don't, but they are going, I believe, Elbow's not giving people the detail of what the voice is about, and we're going to go to the vote and vote yes or no. So this is a big deal. Hang on a minute. Just a minute. And yeah, it's saying to me that in this voice to Parliament, Elbow's throwing away little people's rights. So this is going to be about people being treated differently to other people. We know it is. We knew that's what was going to happen. So Elbow's in on it. He knows what he's doing. He's taking away people's rights. That's what's happening. And it's not the rights of the Indigenous, it's everybody else's rights. And we're very multicultural here in Australia. I tell you guys that all the time. We've got all sorts of people living here from all around the globe. Extremely multicultural. You only have to go to Sydney and look around, and there's everybody. Chinese, Indian, Muslims, the whole lot. We've got them all living here in Australia. And that's fine. We all integrate. Everybody gets on. You know, certain groups do stick to their own kind in certain areas. We know that happens. That's always going to happen. But overall, most people integrate together. But I do feel like what Elbow's doing, he's causing division through his voice. We know he is. And that's why everybody's asking him what exactly is in it. So at the moment, that's what's going on in Australia. It's all about the voice vote. Around the Indigenous, giving the Indigenous their power back, basically. But he's giving, by doing that, he's giving other people, he's taking other people's power away. And we know they're always trying to divide and conquer. We know the more they divide people. And it's funny, guys, because the other day, a friend of mine who I'm friends with on Facebook, he's very into politics, and he said, please vote yes on the voice. And he's the one who was a real, like, jabber, who was always arguing with me about that we're the weak links. He was the one that was telling me we're the weak links during the whole CV pandemic. It's like they can't see another side to the argument. This is just my example. It's like they cannot see the other side of the argument. There's only one, as I suppose it is for us. I sometimes think about that. We have trouble seeing things from the other people, the people waking up, people in denial. We have trouble seeing things from their point of view because we've already seen stuff. So we know what's coming at everybody, but they still are struggling to see it. It's so frustrating, isn't it, guys? I know we talk about it here a lot, guys, about that vibrational frequency that other people seem to be on, which doesn't allow the information to get to them. And we know how controlled YouTube is. We all know that, as our comments get deleted off and our channels get pushed down the algorithms and... Anyway, okay, let's keep going. God, I'm getting France. We know there's been like massive protests, guys. It's been unreal. I've been sharing it to my Facebook. It's huge. And we know Macaroon, is that the nickname that you give Macron? He's been in China, just running away from his country while it's all falling down around him. But I am getting that France is coming to a major halt, like a real standstill now. Things in France, it's almost like they showed me everything was bottlenecking in France, and the top got blown off the bottle, and that's why all the people are standing up. They're protesting. There's fires in the streets. We know it's all chaos and go, but now I'm getting that it's coming to this grinding halt and a standstill. Hang on a minute. And what I'm getting is the government's going to have to address it. The government's going to have to address it, or it's going to continue. So pretty much I'm thinking Macron's going to have to come out and say something. We know he's tried to get it to go away, but it's not going away. And people are standing up stronger, and they're really tenacious. They're not giving up. The fights in France have been huge. Bigger than probably what we even realise, I think, guys. The little snippets of videos aren't showing the proportion of it. They're only showing a tiny little part of it. But there's a whole other part to this. They're very, very big stand-ups and fight-backs. But I am getting it's coming to a grinding halt. We know they've been burning Macron's favourite restaurant, and then they've been storming the BlackRock offices and this kind of thing. It's been absolutely brilliant. We've all been loving watching this play out. But now I am getting things coming to a grinding halt, like it's screeching. It's like, it's like the people have hit their, they're saying like end game. The people have hit the final barrier between them and government. So this barrier has to be broken down, but it's saying that it has to be broken down. It's like a big wall. It has to be broken down by government. Government's going to have to address the little people. That's what I'm getting in France, because it's not going away. Macron can run away and go to China, but when he comes back, the problem's still there. So he's going to have to address it. That's what I'm getting for France. The government leaders are going to have to address the little people. Otherwise, they're not going to be able to move forward, because this is going to continue. Because more and more people are waking up, more and more people are fighting back. And unless they get control of the country, it's going to stay in turmoil. It's not rocket science, is it? So Macron has tried to ignore it, but it's not going away. And now he's going to have to address it. That's just what I'm getting. The people are coming to this grinding halt. Could be a grinding halt, like on the stairs of the parliament or something like that. Or perhaps the leaders of the protest fightbacks are going to meet with government. Let's hope that Macaroon doesn't squash the little people too harshly, and he does start to listen to what the people want. Hang on, let me see what I get here. I am getting that he's doubling down on his military. He's increasing his numbers. He's aware that these fightbacks are growing. So I do feel like he's bringing in the cavalry, sadly. I do feel like he will sit down and start to listen to the people, though. But all the while, of course, trying to sell what he's... See, even though he might be listening, it doesn't mean he's going to act and do anything. It's still... He's going to try and convince them, though, but this is the way to go moving forward. This is going to only help the economy. This is only going to improve your life. This is what he's going to say to the little people and the protesters and all this stuff. He's still going to try to convince them that it's his way or the highway. That's what I'm getting from Macron. Oh, it's so frustrating, guys, isn't it? But France is doing a really brilliant job. It's so good. All right, let's see where else we go. I'm getting this Invictus Games. Isn't that what Harry does? Didn't Harry create that? It's actually a good thing. But I am feeling like people in the Invictus Games are trying to distance themselves a bit from Harry. Oh, they don't want to be tarred with the same brush. It's almost like Harry, sadly, is becoming like damaged goods. I'm just getting this like bit of a wedge between him and the Invictus Games. Do they still do the Invictus Games? It's the injured and mentally affected people, isn't it, from the war veterans and things like that. But I am getting they might be trying to distance themselves a little bit from Harry, even though wasn't it his baby? This is weird. It's saying, yes, it was his baby, but it's like they want to adopt themselves out to someone else. It's like they're looking further afield for celebrity support and things like that. So it's a tricky one, isn't it? But I am getting that for Harry. And not just this Invictus Games or whatever it is. I just feel like other people too are trying to distance themselves from Harry and Meghan. I wonder why. God, I still can't get that South Park thing out of my mind. Guys, it's so funny. You have to check it out. If you haven't seen it, please go and watch it. We want our privacy. We want our privacy. I can't get it out of my head. Just seeing them with their placards coming on TV. Oh, God, go check it out, guys. If you need a laugh today, just go look up South Park. Harry and Meghan. The World Privacy Tour. Oh, stop. All right, let's get serious again. See, the sad thing with Harry, and it's showing me the ladder, like, he thought he would, by bringing his book Spare out and all this kind of stuff, and then Netflix series, that he would have the support of the people and he would climb up the rungs of the ladder in the eyes of people, but it hasn't worked. He's slipped right down. He's almost slipped down to the ground. It's showing me him like just hanging on like with one hand and dangling off this ladder in the eyes of the people. This is the just general population. He's really slipped down the ladder. And I guess that always comes back to when you're really bad-mouthing people, it always makes you look bad, doesn't it? That's how it goes. When people know you're bad-mouthing other people, whether it's true or whether it isn't true, it still kind of makes you look bad. So people kind of lose a bit of respect for you. So that's why he's slipped down the ladder rungs in the people's eyes. This is globally. I know you got the big coronation over there. The Royal Kardashians are getting all set and ready. It's all talk on the news here in Australia about the big... Yes, apparently they are going to be using the gold carriage. The one at the... What was the big Jubilee or whatever it was with the Queen's hologram waving at everybody in it. They're going to be using apparently that carriage. Him and his Queen Camilla, isn't it going to be? So it's all go now, guys. We're going to be bombarded with this, everybody. All right, let's see where else we go. We don't want to go down the Coronation Road too early, do we? All right. God, I'm getting Charles and Camilla. Oh my God. And they're actually... They're really trying to win over the people. Now, I feel they're going to come and they're going to make their presence felt in some of these, well, it's sort of saying low socioeconomic housing areas. It could even be the 15-minute city areas, like the Build Back Better areas. But I feel like they're going to try and touch base with the little people and pretend they're really coming to raise the awareness of the housing situation and how the housing industry has kind of gone bust. They're going to try and appear like they really care about people's housing and the desperate situation of the unaffordable housing. So, and we know where that's going to lead, don't we? To the new affordable housing programs that are coming out. But I am getting that they might come and actually try and touch base with normal people and peasants and try and put themselves as though they really care and they're going to fix this housing problem. I do feel like there's visuals of them coming to the lower socio-economic areas, as though they're going to try and fix the housing problem, which they probably will. But as we know, there's always a bit of a plan going on in the background, isn't there? Especially when it comes to the tracking and tracing the houses that are full of, what do you call it, the AI, where they can listen to you and all this kind of thing. But I am getting that they're trying to come across as kinder, caring people. So you might start to see a little bit more of this going on now, where they're trying to touch base with humanity, normal humans. Oh my God, it just gets it's craziness, isn't it? None of us are going to fall for that. I know you guys over there in the UK won't fall for all that. All right, let's see where else we go. God, I'm getting Ireland, and I'm getting people are speculating what's going on now. People are starting to speculate. They're starting to think about things in Ireland. People are starting to see things for what they really are, which is the lies, garbage, and everything they're being fed, which is pretty much not true, especially on the mainstream media. But I'm getting that for Ireland. People are starting to question a lot. Why is this happening? Why are these things being taken from us? Why are we all being taken down a road to nowhere, as we know? This is what I'm getting for Ireland. And they're saying like Irish people are smart, and they're hitting a turning point. I do feel like in Ireland you're hitting a turning point of people starting to wake up, fight back, people feeling stronger, people wanting to have their say. You know, I'm always saying here, people just want to get back to that lovely pub lifestyle with the warm fires going and socialising and that. They don't want these things taken away from them. And if you can't visit your family in the neighbouring town, for example, if you're locked down, climate lockdowns, 15-minute cities, well, you're going to want to have something to say about that. So I am feeling that coming for Ireland. Cheers to my Irish friends out there. I know I've got a couple of you in Ireland and near Ireland, but that's just what I'm getting. And people are realising, see, things are starting to capture their attention. This is the people waking up. Not you if you watch my channel, because you already know what's going on, but things are starting to capture their attention. They're starting to look in the direction of what's actually happening. They're no longer like denying and looking away. I said the bubble denial suits were all hanging out on the clothesline. Well, a hell of a lot of them, not all. And that's what's happening in Ireland. They're starting to look, because the bubble suits are off, they're being cleaned, they're hanging on the line, and people are starting to look at what's actually really coming their way. Because people are starting to see through the lies, the deception. How's mainstream media and their lies? It's unbelievable that this is still going on 3 years on. You got to give them credit. They're very good at lying. The lies have been so hidden. This is on everything. Facebook, all these platforms, everything. YouTube, look at YouTube. Oh my God. So that's what I'm getting for Ireland. People are looking and seeing. It's showing me that they're really into their... I talk a lot here about the Where's Wally puzzle, like the hardest puzzle in the world, which is actually the Great Reset puzzle. And there's like 1,000 million Where's Wallies. You know Where's Wally that wears the red and white striped shirt with the blue jeans and the little beanie and the glasses. And you got to find everything, and you got to find Wally and everything. Well, it's showing me the people in Ireland, they're really into the middle of their puzzle now. They've done all the edges and they're getting right into the puzzle, and they're starting to piece things together. This is big time in Ireland. Might get some fight backs. All right, let's see where else we go. God, I'm getting the song Rule Britannia. Rule Britannia, Britannia rule the waves. It's a very characteristic song, that, isn't it? So I'm guessing Rule Britannia would be around Britain. We know that Sushi's going to start coming out and talking to you guys a bit more about what's going on and where he's leading his country, and showing that he's a real man of strength and courage and conviction. I am getting that for Sushi. So I'm getting that Rule Britannia. Hang on. And see, this is the kind of bullshit that sorry, excuse to say it, but we are BS detectors here. I know I can say it to you guys. Sushi's going to feed you a heap of bullshit now. He's going to really work on people's inner strength. He's going to say, we can all do this together. Britons, British. It's this big coming together. Everybody, we've got this. We can move forward. We can get through the financial crisis. I feel like this is the bullshit he's going to start to feed people. If we all work together and we conserve our energy and we try to really help each other out and, work through these tough and troubled times. This is what I'm kind of getting for Sushi. He's going to come out with this real strength, like Rule Britannia, like we've all got this. And we know how it goes when you're all in this together. That means separate and divide, if you ever heard it. But that's what I'm getting for Sushi. He's going to say we can all make a difference if we step up to the plate and do our little bit to save that planet. This is the kind of crap he's going to start feeding you guys over there. Not that you guys will fall for it, because you see through that BS garbage and the lies that they keep dishing out. And that's what I'm getting for Sushi. He's going to really hit the people hard with, we all have to work together. I'm even hearing his voice. Like, we all have to work together to make changes in our lives moving forward. This is what I'm getting. I can even hear him saying the words. We must work together. It's all this together. Oh, God. Ugh. Do we have to even work with them? That's the thing that annoys all of us, isn't it? We don't want to work with them at all. These government elites and leaders. So I am getting that. He's going to really try to be this powerful voice now in Britain, London, UK. He's going to try to be this, what would you say? This iconic voice of reason that's going to make logical sense, and everyone is going to want to get on board with Sushi and his great ideas moving forward. That's how he's going to talk to the little people and peasants now, with real, like I said, that strength and conviction and bold statements. That's what I'm getting for Sushi. It's coming. Be warned. Might want to flick your TV off soon. Oh my God. But it still doesn't mean that people are going to jump on board and agree with him, does it? All right, let's see where else we go. Oh, God, I'm getting China again. And we all know China's been doing the threats again. I always tell you they try to do the intimidation. They're flying around Taiwan yet again. They could take Taiwan over just like that, but they don't. So it's all intimidation threats. I still believe that. We know China's got great resources. They want to be the superpower. I keep saying it. But to me, what I'm getting with China is this cat and mouse game. They are the cat and they like to play with the mice. It's all a big game. China plays this like a big cat and mouse game. That's what I'm getting. They don't actually want the mice to eat them or anything like that. It's not for survival and food. It's a game. This is a big game for China. It's just, there's a mouse. Let's half kill it and let's just play with it and maybe drop it on the doorstep and scare someone else, or, leave it as our little reminder. That's what I'm getting for China. This is a big game to China. The intimidation, the threats, the power, this is a game for China. That's just what I'm getting. Oh, sorry, guys. I just got to blow my nose. It's so cold here today. I want autumn. Haven't had any. So that's what I'm getting. It's the big game of cat and mouse. They think it's funny. China thinks it's funny. They love, it's crazy, isn't it? They love the intimidation. Notice all the visuals on the news. I told you about that weeks ago, guys. We're going to get more big military, more giant ships, more aeroplanes. It's going to become so scary. China's going to become world-dominating military force. Well, that's what they want. Doesn't mean they are. It's just the visuals that they're putting out for everybody. I'm not seeing them coming in like dropping bombs on people. I'm just not. I just don't see it. I just see intimidation, wanting to be the superpower that's got all the commodities. Don't they make a lot of solar panels and things like that? So they know they've got pretty much hook, line and sinker. They've got a lot of countries that depend on them. So that's what I'm getting for China. They still love this. It's the intimidation. It's an energy thing. I always say that. So there's more of that going on. We know there is. All right. Enough of China. They are spreading their tentacles, though. I keep saying that. They're spreading their little tentacles out. And not just in Australia. We know they are. But France is connected. There's so many people connecting with China. I told you Dictator Dan here in Victoria went over there recently. We haven't heard anything about his wonderful trip to China and what he achieved as we go down the road of communism. Poor old Australia, what's happened to us? Like I always say, we used to be the lucky country. Now we're just the flop that's just doing as they're told. No one fights back. Oh, it's so pathetic. Anyway, you know how frustrated I get. I won't talk about Australia anymore today. All right, let's see where else we go. Gosh, I'm getting military. This is everywhere. Oh, this is America. This is Australia. This is New Zealand, Canada. Oh, this is global. Everyone's working on their military. Military. We've all got to be prepared to fight. We're all going to get fed this garbage. We've all got to be on standby. Yeah, fear. We know how it goes. It'll be all over the media. Let's put the absolute fear in people. Well, it's unreal, isn't it? You could put fear in people through the jab wheel pandemic, which they did very, very well. And now you can put it through war, that you're going to get bombs dropped on you and your life's going to be turned upside down. So now we're getting the war fear, and this is everyone. The military stuff is just going to keep continuing this year. We're going to get fed more and more about the threats. We're going to get having to purchase more things. I told you we bought all these submarines here in Australia. What? Like, and why? And this morning, guys, they had a heap of people from Victoria who had recently been flooded. It's been like a few months and they're still not able to live in their houses. But as long as you spend all your money on your submarines and your military, and people haven't even got houses to live in. Like, I know you guys are having these experiences in your country too. The balance isn't right, but of course that keeps the fear in everybody, so you just got to keep it going. God, they could use old footage from a million years ago, couldn't they? No one would even know what the real military footage is. Insane. So definitely going to be this constant fear, threats. I told you, my sister asked me the other day, are we going to go to war with China? Like, what? I'm like, oh my God. I said, Albanese's connected with China. Dan Andrews has just gone to China. Why would we be going to war with China when they're using them for all their resources and everything? It's just not going to happen. It's just crazy. It's just, but people believe it. That's the frustrating part, isn't it, guys? Look at Biden. He's all threats and going to be all this and that and joining with Ukraine. And, it just goes on and on. No wonder we turn the mainstream media off, guys. It's just such a clown show. Anyway, let's keep going. I'm getting Africa again. I always get Africa as a very independent nation. And they're staying that way. They're staying out of all the bullshit, basically. They don't want to get involved in all the politics and they're saying all the garbage with the stooges, meaning like the three stooges, but the stooges meaning all these stupid political leaders. I think the Africans are older and wiser, to be quite honest, and they're staying out of all the garbage. I am getting that. They're still wanting to be that separate, run separately and independently. Still getting that. I've had that a long time now, haven't I? All right, let's see where else we go. God, I'm getting people in general. People are tired of being dictated to. They're tired of being told what to do, what they can and can't do, how they have to do this to change that. People are getting sick of it. Not us. We've moved way on from that. This is the people waking up. They're sick of being told what to do. They're sick of being dictated to. They're sick of like even the threat of climate lockdowns or all these lockdowns, 15 minute city lockdowns, you name it. People are tired of it. They don't want it anymore. They want freedom. They just want to be free. They want to have an easy life. That's not heading that way, is it, guys? As we all know. My hubby and I were talking about it yesterday. As you guys probably do too. It's so effing complicated. The stuff they're bringing out is getting so complicated. It's just even doing our heads in, and we saw it coming, guys, didn't we? And you still go, what? Like, and we know there's more to come. So it's getting a little overwhelming, everything at the moment, but we are still managing to navigate and switch off, guys, which is really good. By learning to detach and living in the now and not getting all caught up in the dramas. So continue to do that, the guides are saying. All right, let's see if there's something to close with today. We have to be very discreet now. The guides are saying we need to keep slipping underneath the radar. No, I'm getting that song now. We dance underneath the radar. We dance underneath the ball. Remember that song? Who sang that song? Underneath the radar. There's no way that you're ever gonna hear from him. Ba, 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 ba. Oh, I can't remember who sings it, but anyway, we've got to keep staying underneath the radar, which is like I said about the canyons the other day, flying through the canyons like a speed demon, like Michael Jackson's song yesterday. We've got to make sure we stay underneath the radar. That's why I'm getting that song, Underneath the Radar. That was such an 80s song. You'd always be dancing to that at the disco. I love that song. Oh, I can't even think who sings it. I do know who sings it. I've just gone blank. That's a change for me, isn't it? So we're getting that song, Stay Underneath the Radar, guys. All right. God, the guides are actually saying, like, get in your chair now and buckle up. Like, put your seatbelt on. It's showing me like we're in an aeroplane now and we're buckling up our seatbelt. And even when they say you can release your seatbelt on the seatbelt sign, it goes bing, bing on the plane, we're to keep our seatbelts on because this is going to be a really turbulent ride this year. So we have to keep our seatbelt on at all times because of the turbulence. We have to keep ourselves really stable in our seat with our seatbelt on, just like in an aeroplane. Unless you're moving around, you pretty much most of the time keep your seatbelt on in case of turbulence. That's just what I'm getting for us. Make sure you're secured in, ready for the ride this year. It's showing us in a chair with our arms in and our seatbelts on. We're pretty relaxed. We're like in a plane. This is what they're showing me, in a plane, reading a magazine, having our cup of tea or whatever, and we're pretty chilled. But we're prepared. See, we're prepared for all the chaos that's about to come. And I do feel like April is going to be the start of it, the end of April, beginning of May. And this is what I'm getting. We're actually relaxed. It's okay. We're okay because we've been able to prepare for everything that's coming. And there's a lot coming, guys. Hang on a minute. Oh, I'm getting that song again. We've had it before. I'm leaving on a jet plane. Don't know when I'll be back again. So we're always getting jet plane energy and things like that. So I am getting that song again today, leaving on a jet plane. Hang on a minute, which means leaving all the nonsense and garbage behind us and not getting involved in it. Just stay away from it and slip under that radar. Let me see if there's something else to close with. Hang on a minute. God, I'm getting this song. Hang on. How do I feel to treat me like you do? That you're the caller, there's no more. Still I find it so hard to say the things you mean. Tell me, how do I feel? Tell me now, how do I feel? What's that song? Oh, what's that song? That's an old disco song too. The dun 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 Oh, give me a sec, guys. Oh, I can't get to the heading of it. You probably recognize it too. Tell me how do I feel? Still, I find it so hard to say what I need to say. Quite sure you're mistaken, and the bottle it every day. Dun 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue. I'm getting that song as well today. Still, I find it so hard to say what I mean to say. Tell me why, how do I feel? Tell me now, how do I feel? Dun, 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 dun. Oh, God, I can't think of the song, God. I even know who oh, sorry, guys. I'm so hopeless when it comes to me because it only give me little bits. How do I feel? I can't think of it. Let me think of another song. But I am getting that song today. So, sometimes I guess we don't know how do we feel. Like, still I find it so hard. It's just been hard. This has been hard. Maybe that's why we're getting that song. I want you to go and listen to that today. Oh, I can't think who sings it, but you guys recognize it from the 80s, no doubt. Let me see if there's something that I can actually close with and get right today. Oh, God, they give me everything. They give me Pink. They give me Meghan Trainor. Oh, my God. Why did they do this to us? All right, hang on. Let me see if there's something. Oh, I'm getting... Yay! I'm getting this really lovely song, actually, by Lionel Richie. And it's Hello. Hello, is it me you're looking for? I can see it in your eyes. I can see it in your smile. You're all I've ever wanted. Your arms are open wide. What I'm getting here is that people are waking up. Like, if you think of that song Hello, it's about a film clip. The film clip is about a blind woman who can sense things. She can sense, she can feel, she can touch, she has a knowing. And that's what I'm getting is happening to these people waking up now. They're getting that knowing, just like in that film clip of Lionel Richie's. They have a better awareness now. They're starting to see things. Even though they were blinded to things for a long time, they're now starting to see things. Hello. Is it the truth you're looking for? That's probably what we want to sing to them. So that's what I'm getting. These people are waking up. They're coming out of their blindness. Oh, and I'm getting that song by U2 as well, Love is Blindness. I love that song. Oh, I really love that song. Because that mass psychosis really did take them into blindness for a long time. They couldn't see clearly. They were in the fog. And now they're coming out of it. And that's what I'm going to leave you with today. A couple of songs to finish off. Look, I hope you all had a wonderful Easter. I've had a nice relaxing one because the weather's been pretty crappy. So Penny and I have just been chilling out, drinking our coffees and just unwinding. So hope you guys are resting up too and enjoyed your Easter break. And the Easter Bunny was very kind and bought you loads of chocolate because we all love chocolate, don't we? All right, I'm going to say goodbye from Australia. Have a wonderful weekend and I will talk to you tomorrow. Take care, everyone. Hit those like buttons. Please comment. And let us know what's happening in your part of the world too. We love to share those things so we all know what's sort of currently going on. Because as we know, mainstream media and YouTube does hide a lot from us. So please feel free to comment. And don't forget to subscribe as well if you're new. Take care, everybody. And I'll talk to you really soon. Bye, everyone. Have a great day.